Keep up. Can't see.
You're in for a little shock.
One with the forest. I'll uproot.
Just like we rehearsed!
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Can't see.
As a dutiful maid would.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Forward ambush! Help!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Solidified!
You're in for a little shock.
Cool it! Yeah! Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Stabilize! I will have order! Cool it!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Gather!
Come a little closer.
Don't get frostbite.
This is order!
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Have you heard about the chasm?
The chasm? Did something dreadful happen again?
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty...
I'll protect us.
Let's spark things up a little.
You eat this! Put this on the side! Oh no! Come on! We can do it!
Come a little close. Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Just like we rehearsed!
The chasm?
Once, there was a glorious kingdom.
A blade is like a tea. Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. Made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your brother. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, but Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll, even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to... can just ask for directions rather than want. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little... Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
Crumble!
Just what will...
Scatter!
Kamisato Ayaka.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and... Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but, look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here. What should we do now? Do we try ask? All right, then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not... Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical... Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for...
You can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed up.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our... Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushroom...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good...
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eye... So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas. In hopes of asking directions, that incense typically has no effect on most people. But for a very select few, it can have Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell me...
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which, if you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, the rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, for now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your... Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible? Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about weird. You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say it? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's... Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so cool. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what... But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what... Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale! Phew!
All right, next let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to ever...
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand or...
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you, and if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like...
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen... It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footage.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those heart... by the way, Kale, do you know anything?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukadeva?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukadev... Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She could... To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord...
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment. But if you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but...
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really, I wish I could tell you more about the Ginger Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about... So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling...
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and... I'm not if... I'll go check the facilities up at...
Now that Paimon looks at it, do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? You might be right. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the topping. Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment...
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like whoops!
No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something...
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone...
Oh! I guess it happens from...
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ear. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out. Yeah, Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die?
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was Hey! Now even Kali started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimon...
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Phew!
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait until... Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on him.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! Toodaloo. Wanna come over for tea? Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo!
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale, but she insisted, saying you two treated her.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something.
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized at first. The afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy.
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience...
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she... Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment her stamina has gotten much worse recently. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past...
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale.
All right, but I must warn you two.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plan...
Hey, Tainari, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari, we found the lotuses you were...
Let me take a look. Good, I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save...
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not to... Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any...
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the wither. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a danger. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the element.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, we typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Withering. If we eliminate those, thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering Zone, you may experience extreme You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Take flight! Whirling snow!
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Stabilize!
Kamisato art! Surrender!
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering!
We did it! Everything's returning to normal!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but what?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like recently the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that No, none that we know of. The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface, although it isn't like any tree we know I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a mass... Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her conscience... And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things...
Quake!
Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon's...
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appeared—
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a...
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time, needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be...
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling... But wait, how'd you know that she'd be...
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the... And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you... That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you... Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer... When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irmin's. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia. As well. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll... No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Aisha, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look... Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like... What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind. What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Gather!
Access denied.
I will have order!
See? Not over! Huh? This is long overdue. No touching.
This is order! Stabilize!
Whirling snow.
into that is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good!
Well. Looks like we meet again, Travel.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do with—
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about— Bow before the Abyss!
Sakura Swirl! My apologies!
Order guide you.
Whirling Snow!
The end is nigh.
Solidify.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey, but don't you fret now. Today...
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia and— oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like— are you okay? That's really not— anyways, we can talk about this later. We better— Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my... You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind and at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned... Sorry about that. Sounds like just...
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... All right, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature Sweet Madame.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes...
Next on the agenda...
Let's use the empty box that time. Oh, it smells amazing. Phew.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delicious. Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to... It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded... You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect?
The ingredients used to make Spirit-Born Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection...
Makes sense. But Paimon's gonna...
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Taking in any sense similar... Not to worry, though. It appears you've already... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing.
I am a researcher as a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia. My main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul. If only my perception wasn't so limited. And I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be.
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody.
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality. But that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the act. But then, on the day I scared the little R&R, it was incredible. Though I don't exactly. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when...
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. World for... if only I could ascend past Satyavada. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to...
With the wind.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering. As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for—
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's—
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like...
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now...
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort. And now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amurta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the academia's expertise.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before—
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's—
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
The rainforest is the best. I've been waiting for you two.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends. And we're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we—
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell.
We're way behind schedule.
way behind schedule.
Sumeru City! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their head...
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how...
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each trip. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved... After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, as long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smaller.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to own. Here are your Akasha terminals.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can... May the mighty God bless it! Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing! It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and...
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about lesser... 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within... Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Huh. Could it be because we're... You... Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. Well, seems he's from Sumeru, and Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best...
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my...
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a low... All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to...
Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors.
But then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking her... And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusan. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every...
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the...
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty... So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine!
Document everything. Once again.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also...
Aww, another dead end. Well...
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, they take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge...
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such Asfand, an advisor with the... If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps... You're welcome. I wish you to...
All right, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about some...
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the...
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones, in their eyes, she was the one who found... Because of the Academia's influence, not to mention that Lesser Lord could...
Really? Aww.
Ha! But who knows? We're all...
All right, well...
No problem.
The Academia.
Archon was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser—
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information— Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who panicked by what he heard. The man journeyed across. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon—
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you know, along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every—
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon—
in a way. It seems like this story is also one of the—
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us—
Of course. I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up—
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We finally managed to find— Let's see if we can get rid of them.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went—
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
They're also ridiculously designed. Make the facilities now.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment of items are also ridiculously overdesigned. Make the facilities now.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it. The sight of shiny jewels always brightens my day.
This new shipment of items are also ridiculously overdesigned. Make the facilities now.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it. Shiny jewels always brightens my day.
It's so nice to de-stress.
This new shipment of items, they're also ridiculously overdesigned. Make the facilities now.
Why isn't it working? The sight of I don't get it. Always brightens my day.
This new shipment of items, they're also ridiculously overdesigned. Make the facilities now.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
This new shipment of why isn't it working? I don't get it.
The sight of shiny jewels always brightens my day.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment of items are also ridiculously overdesigned. And so is now.
The sight of shiny jewels always brightens my day.
It's so nice to de-stress.
Just take my word for it.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment of items, they're also
The sight of
ridiculously
shiny
overdesigned.
jewels always
And
brightens
so
my
is
day.
now.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment of items, they're also ridiculously
The
overdesigned.
sight of
And
shiny
so
jewels
is
always
now.
brightens my day.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment of items, they're also ridiculously overdesigned. And so is now.
The sight of shiny jewels always brightens my day.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
Just take my word for it.
The sight of shiny
This new
jewels always
shipment of
brightens
items,
my
they're
day.
also ridiculously overdesigned. And so is now.
It's so nice to de-stress.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
The sight of shiny jewels
This
always
new
brightens
shipment of
my day.
items, they're also ridiculously overdesigned. And so is now.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Shiny jewels always brightens my day.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment of items, they're also ridiculously overdesigned. And so is now.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
It's so nice to de-stress.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
This new shipment of items, they're so ridiculously overdesigned.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
It's so nice to de-stress.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
So ridiculously overdesigned.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it. Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
This new shipment of items, they're so ridiculously overdesigned.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world. Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
It's so nice to de-stress.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
So ridiculously overdesigned.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipment
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world. It's so nice to de-stress.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
This new shipping line is so ridiculously overdesigned.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it. Why isn't it working? I don't get it. Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
We're way behind schedule.
There you are, Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe... Uh-oh. Looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing...
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. They're...
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us.
This new shipping line is so ridiculously overdesigned.
We're way behind schedule. We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so...
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you—
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that—
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back! Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double?
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say, that's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, and knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like— Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it— So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already—
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord
Don't you remember your adventure plans?
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself?
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now?
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost no—
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro—
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best. My younger self no longer had any hopes. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Junior.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do I explain this? You might not be able— Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking that— Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere. Huh? But aren't you a child? Then can you make my illness go— Oh. I'm sorry. Then can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor that voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus Festival.
What's the Sub-Zerus Festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually— The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many— Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru.
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus Festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course! Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
For the horse. Well, your perspective is just tunnel visioning. Your perspective is just tunnel vision.
Crazy adventures back in the day.
Next on the agenda,
Add Astra.
I've got great food and great drinks that everyone can enjoy.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord...
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zerus. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Misters, we reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so...
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already.
It's up.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the god a long time ago. Some of the gods got drunk. As she danced upon the grass, those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. Of course they did. When people mention the gods, although they aren't around anymore, They're preserved in our tradition of dance. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the—
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the dendron.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me— if my stage were anything like that... So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you two become—
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've— Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is a—
Huh. Revamping the stick. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is. I mean.
Things are really shaping up, and don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd add—
Wow, did you sew?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a— Of course.
Dancing as a child, my grandmother said the Sabzeruz festival has...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine. Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching— but take you two, for example. You travel across Tevat to—
Well, we enjoy traveling across Tevat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessary.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to—
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Aramite.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro, after all.
There's something really...
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with...
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask some... my lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home...
Sounds like a plan!
We've got all kinds.
Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia!
Sorry, I'm late. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen...
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first...
It's called being a professional. I'm a...
Look, Dia's blush.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you. Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us...
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about...
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin... Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the...
Just recently, the Academia lost something. And there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he...
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all... The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested...
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do. And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there are even some extremists who go...
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the Well, Traveler, that's about all the information.
Thanks, Dia! And since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival. So, be sure to get yourselves back good. Then we'll see you both at the
denied. My apologies. Yeah! Ha! Ha! Hip! Ha!
We're way behind schedule.
Take flight! Yeah!
No touching!
Stabilize!
Embrace the ice! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Ha!
stay series-free.
Oh, what a cute treasure coffin!
Next on the agenda... We're way behind.
Solidify!
Whirling snow!
I will have order! Stabilize!
Blaze over! Born of ice and frost.
Solidify!
Take flight!
Next on the agenda... Rex Lapis, I am sorry. Access denied.
Gather!
Whirling snow!
Stabilize!
Time to go!
We're way behind schedule.
This is order!
go!